Glad to have you with us from Orlando, Florida, one of the great vacation destinations in the entire land. Today, Camping World Stadium as a couple of teams square off for a chance to win the Pop-Tart Bowl. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's always got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Beck. The short hands. It's Johnson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And the holder will put it down on the left hash. A 34-yard attempt coming. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
So Cincinnati's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down is big.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Bearcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you to hit yards. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Royer. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions, and he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. Working that left side now. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Bearcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught behind the line. It's Walker. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field, you're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's got it down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Hurricanes can really attack on this second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No. at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Hold and finds his man on the left. Oh, what a move to get room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
There he goes. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own.
He's got it. 1st down and more. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Unloads it downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's back. That's caught, it's Fletcher. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Hurricanes come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. That's a fumble on the play. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered and pick up the first. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Miami! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pulls it in. It's Caldwell. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Oh, they're after him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Right on the money. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Simmons. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Pryor. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit trying to tie it up late in the half. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field. So now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And he had just enough leg to somehow will that thing over the crossbar and in the right corner. And we are all tied up here in the second. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sorsby. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff.
Bringing it back. Touchdown, Canes. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to ride this running back. Across the 45. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Once he got some room, it was over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. That's caught. It's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Got him downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's back. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on their doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to run, it's Fletcher. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. From the gun, running back on the move. Got some room into the goal line. He's got 59 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. The Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. and they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer, you got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take it.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Little touch pass to the receiver. Turning it on! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Quarterback adapting. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. There's the pressure. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fletcher. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And That is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They boot it away on 4th down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Extending the play. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving. He just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
The Bearcats in the hurry up. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be...
Touchdown, Bearcats! They move on top here on the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finds the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to pass, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Daniels. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Bowman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Field goal was good. Game is tied. And how about a little drama, guys? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Makes the catch. It's Pryor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Here's a hit. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Not out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. And the Bearcats with the first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Caldwell. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today, and they've already made a couple. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this will be for the win. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And it's good. He nailed it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the dub.